Alrighty, greetings and hellos and other ways of instigating conversations. We hope you're having a pleasant day or night or afterlife. You know, I assume they get the internet in the afterlife. Otherwise, I need to go and research immortality more.
Only in heaven.
Damn it.
All the
Only
chords
specifically, only specifically in the first 3 layers of the heavens.
Once you ascend above that, you no longer have need of cute kitten videos.
You can just create them in the palm of your hand and watch the videos play out. So yeah,
High definition.
all the layers above that is where they keep all the kittens.
Okay. I'm gonna have to start having notebooks to write down these stupid ideas I at some point wish to incorporate into actual games.
If only we were recording this.
If only you had a device that is sitting in front of you that is capable of recording things.
Ugh, if only. One day we'll invent these things. Okay, so I should probably say my name. Bardic Knock. It's right there, underneath me. I assume you can read. I don't want to insult your intelligence, so it's right there if you forget. You can find me on Twitter if you occasionally want to see things I write down. It's such a bizarre concept, telling someone to follow you and read things you say. Okay. Other than that, yes, I am the dungeon master. I make up all the nonsense that goes on, and then have to react to the other nonsense these lovely people decide to make up.
We made some stuff up last week.
We did.
We made up some serious stuff. It was, serious make-up-a-palooza. Alrighty, so, I should probably tell you what we're playing. We are playing Dungeons & Dragons. No shit. But we are specifically playing the 3.5 edition. So, cast your mind back to the early 2000s. Britney Spears hadn't quite gone totally insane yet, but we're all sat waiting for it.
She was still kind of hot even.
Debatably, if you like that.
Not even I like that.
It was at least debatable. It wasn't so far amiss to walk into a group of friends and go, Britney Spears, yeah?
Not so much anymore, and this is quite the tangent we're going out on.
Indeed.
You know what? Screw it. We're not playing D&D. We're going to go back. We're going to find early 2000s images of halfway famous people and discuss that. That's the entire show now.
So we're turning into a podcast. Sounds good.
Okay. I already said my name. I said what I'm supposed to be doing.
You need a checklist for your opening, not for the ideas that we come up with during the show.
I'd say that's true.
No, TJ, this is all part of my gimmick. I'm super meta. And the thing is, you couldn't query if I'm lying or not with that, because technically, it's true and false. I am all instances of reality at once. Yeah, so moving on.
Important stuff. We have emails.
Yes, that's what we're saying. We're on the channel here. Welcome to the party. You can find them on Twitter at WelcomePartyRPG. Follow them on Twitch.
We have emotes now.
RPG. Thank you for reminding me. There are some amazing emotes. You can get your welcome to the party die, your D20. Somebody who actually remembers stuff. I think that was for $5.
Yes.
Yeah. They do go up in increments of 5. Then I was just trying to remember. So for $5, it's the WTP D20. That's a lot of letters to spit out the tongue. WTPD. Blah, blah. For $10, you can get the Mimic. I don't know if the Mimic has a name, so I'm going to dub him Michael the Mimic. If that's wrong, I'm sorry. I just like it. And then for $15, you can get your crits on the rocks, which is a delightful little image of 2d20s with crits in a glass of probably alcoholic beverage of your choice. So, yeah, throw money, get emotes. That's how the world works, apparently. Without money,
statement.
we do not have the ability to express emotions or thoughts. That is capitalism 101.
Rock says it's now Michael the Mimic.
Fantastic.
That does sound like capitalism.
I'm now responsible for naming a thing. Someone has vindicated me, validated me, and now I am drunk with power. And with that power, I'm going to throw the attention onto somebody else who can, give their name and the voice in their head they're going to be channeling, and I don't know how much they like puppies. That's what we're going to find out today. So, don't blink.
Yes, I'm Don't Blink. I play Buck, who's kind of mysterious, not so much anymore since he opened up a lot. Human sorcerer. And from a scale of 1 to 10, I think I like puppies maybe about an 8 or a 9.
Oh, we're doing that now, huh?
Well, I mean, I just don't like them pissing and shitting everywhere. That's why they're not a 10. So, yeah.
Agreed.
So just in case someone out there is like, who the fuck, this guy doesn't like puppies all the way? What the hell is wrong with him?
Kill
I
him.
don't know. There is actual work with puppies. So you like the aesthetics of puppies. You like the cuddling of puppies. You don't like, them being incapable of having basic training.
Exactly.
Okay. Moving on to our delightful southerner, I guess is what you Americans would call it, being Blake, who is back.
Yeah, my power went out last week.
Back in Blake.
But Blake, I will be playing the wild elf druid Zendrix, and on the puppy scale, I sit at a 10.
Oh, you just got out puppied, dude.
I love my puppies.
Puppies are good. We could start up a big argument and start going puppies or kittens, and if you pick cats, you're wrong debate.
Those are the best debates. The one where "and you're wrong" is in the title.
It is. It's my debate. So shut your face if you disagree. No, I joke. Kittens are almost as good. So with that, Rebecca, whom I know is a cat person, feel free to speak next.
Oh, do you, Matt? Okay. I'm Rebecca. I play the half-orc bard Primrose, and I am definitely Team Cats, just to make Matt's life harder, per usual.
Cats are pretty awesome.
They are.
They're also assholes.
They are.
That's part of what makes
yes.
them awesome.
Yeah. That's,
We also discussed last week that she is firmly for Team Pussy.
I prefer cindery animals. It's great.
That's true. I almost stopped halfway through. Did you hear me pause, hesitate for a second there? And then I did it. I dove. I went off that cliff edge, and now I'm in the water, and it feels good.
I go somewhere too. It's fine.
We haven't even started yet, guys. Really? It's just introductions. Come on. At least let's make it through that.
These are important introductions. We need to get out of the way first.
You know what? The 1 week we actually all get here and have our stuff together and just do a seamless introduction, someone's going to go, "What's wrong? It's the pod people."
Something happened in the background that we don't know about.
They've been replaced.
Okay, so Cody, please feel free to say words.
Hello, everyone. I am Cody, and I play Kid the Dark Horse, a half wizard, slightly more than half wizard, and slightly less than half fighter. So not quite split down the middle, but still split in some way, shape, or form. I am very firmly a team cat individual, as my cat Virgo will likely attest to, and my cat, here you, Ares the War God, will be a little bit opposed to.
Like there's waiting on the wings and pick him up, just waiting there. Just like, hi.
Mm-hmm.
It's cats for you. If they're not bugging you when you're doing something, there's something wrong with them, and you better find out what they're doing.
Oh yeah, I had to put a slice of cheese down at the bottom of my thing to get Ares the War God over here.
Bribery.
It's like you're prepared. You knew we were going to have this discussion.
I'm always prepared. You never know when you have to have that mascot.
This is true. Okay, TJ.
Hey, I'm TJ, and I'll be playing the Halfling Rogue Flick, and I just noticed over at the side that apparently we can do quotes in the chat on the Twitch. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know that we could enshrine some of these moments of gold.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Okay, here's the thing. I promise I will not do myself. I also won't quote myself, but that's another thing. All right, take it away from me. Go. I'm just gonna keep going places.
Alrighty, in that case, my name is Archer, or Archer the Eye, and I'm playing Keldor, the Knoll Knight, who is getting a little bit better at surviving in the wild. A little bit. He's getting some scout abilities going. You know.
I think you're one of the 2 people who didn't get drunk and/or injured themselves last session.
Oh,
yeah, mine was actually a pretty chill evening, just relaxing at home while you guys were all doing whatever you were doing. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
It's true. We did have one combat last episode.
Bucko versus an entire bar.
I was thinking me versus the floor, but that too.
No, it was very specifically the actual bar and his face that were in competition here.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Okay, now that everybody has said their names and we've taken far too long and you've probably forgotten everything, doesn't matter. Just although one new amazing cool feature which our lovely, what title does Throck technically have for this channel? Like creator?
Supreme Archon or something.
He's the Archon.
Chairman?
Is it Archon or Archon? Whatever
It's
it is.
Archon. It's
Jesus 2.0? Like,
eh.
I don't know.
He's got the blue name on Discord.
Yeah.
He's
One
Mr.
of
Blue.
the very awesome people in charge has been going away and doing what I only understand as wizardry. To more capable people, he's been doing computery stuff. Now, you can do this amazing thing on Twitch for everyone except Flick, because we didn't get that back in time. But if you put an exclamation point and then type in a character's name, you'll get a fun little description of them. If Throck has done that.
Yep.
I think.
It
He
works.
said he has.
And my DeviantArt page is actually linked to it, so if you guys want to check that out, just put in Keldor.
Nice.
You will get it for any character except Flick because I am forgetful.
Mine is too long.
Yep.
So sorry.
This was too
It still
long.
shows up. It just goes into 2 different ones.
All
Still
right.
looks good.
So, with all of that, but falling asleep, 'cause I'm sat in a stupid position.
Come on,
That's
Flick.
what-
Don't you know we're doing a show? Wake up. Show some energy.
Come on, stupid foot. Yeah. Okay. So, I will start us off actually playing this game where we left off. And where we left off, you were all being given super impressive, cool, special items of specialness. And obviously, one of you wasn't here last week, being Zindrix, whom, as we established, is kind of just in the background whenever Blake has various reasons and can't be here. So I'm assuming, Zindrix, you are in the tavern with everyone else this morning. You've seen everyone else get given cool, special, fancy items, and then it eventually comes to you. And Genthry, your good wizard friend, he reaches into his trunk, his things, and he pulls out a
Does
set
it have
of-
legs?
No, this trunk is not animate.
Aww.
He wishes it was. He's going to start working on it. That's his long-term goal because he hates dragging this thing around. But he pulls out a pair of goggles, and he walks over to Zindrix and goes, yeah. I wasn't entirely certain what would be like a good thing for you, so I mean, I know you're naturally, nature-y, you like trees inside. I don't know real words for what that'd be. So I created these, and basically, what they do, if you were to channel some of your, natural magic, is it? I think it's magic. Supernatural capabilities into these goggles, they allow you to focus on a target and act as if you've caught them off guard. So that's the in-universe description. The out-of-universe description. These goggles, you put them on, and you can use a charge of your wild shape. And when you do that, you can target an enemy with it. You look at one enemy, you've targeted it, and from that point on, you can deal sneak attack damage as if you were a rogue equivalent to your current level. Well, let's say your druid level, because I think you're going to start multi-classing, aren't you? So equivalent to your
started multi-classing, so
yeah.
extra
So,
sneak.
So you will get sneak attack equal to your druid level, as if it were a rogue druid level. There, you know what I mean. Providing you catch this thing flat-footed or whatever.
I won't be doing a whole lot of sneak attack damage because my new class I went into, but it works. I'll take.
That's why I made this. It was to up your damage.
Hey, I'll definitely take it. I'll take it. Thank him.
Okay, so that's everyone with their special items. And all right, yeah, it's morning. Kid doesn't look so good. Flick probably doesn't look so good. Keldor looks great, but not as good as Primrose.
I look amazing.
She has that like glow about her where you're kind of wondering why she's glowing. And you're like, huh, that's interesting.
Just a heads up. I may be a little more cuddly than usual from now on.
Hey, Eliza, do you think you could heal me the way you healed Primrose? She looks great today.
No.
Eliza's eyes widen as she looks at you, Flick, and then she looks at Primrose, and then she looks to the floor and blushes.
Like
I'm kidding. Let's go have breakfast.
tomato red. Like
Oh yeah, because
like
Eliza
her face.
She is a very, very pale girl, almost as if, this is set in a cold environment as such. So she's very pale, naturally. But, it looks as if someone has just gone up and painted red on her cheeks.
Adorable. Oh. Okay.
You guys need a better poker face if you want to cover it from the rest of the guys. That's all I'm saying. And I walk out the door with all my stuff.
Everybody else is probably looking really confused at this point.
So, Flick, are you not eating breakfast in the tavern?
Oh, sorry. I thought we were still up in the room.
Oh, no, this is like down in the... I didn't think all of you would fit in one teeny room. This is
Fair
like whole
enough.
party
Did
stuff.
last night. That was fine though.
Yes, I'm walking out the door. Bye.
Just as Keldor walks in the door. Hi.
Okay, I didn't mean to embarrass her in front of everybody, but I guess I did. So.
Good job. Oh. Make it enemies
Okay.
already.
So, you guys, I'm assuming you get a nice, good breakfast spread. Some various salted meats, cheeses, bread.
I'm getting the greasiest thing I can so that I can get rid of this headache.
I want some of those meat pies that Flick had the other night. Those looked pretty good.
In the ones you unceremoniously dumped on the floor.
Yes.
Yep, there's still a few of them. They wrapped them up in some cloth and stored them because Flick ordered 12 and ate like 2. So
Well, that was
yep.
awfully nice of them.
But he wouldn't let us have any last night. I don't know what's. Maybe he thought he could eat them all.
I would have if I didn't pass out first.
How many drinks did you have, Flick?
Too many, apparently.
Oons looks over and,
What do you
and
count?
chuckles to himself. I went 1.
Hey,
Wait, one.
you're supposed to be my friend.
I am your
One.
friend, and friends make jibes at each other.
Show him the size of the drink, Unst.
He pulls out he points to the empty bottle on the table. You guys have essentially crafted out a niche little, like, this is your local table to anyone who's ever been a local in a tavern, or taverns aren't normal lately. If you've ever been a local in a pub or a bar and you kind of have like your table, that's what you guys have done here. So, and since you're staying here, so
For sure, we're some of the better playing clients anyway.
Well,
oh yeah,
no one wants to tell Oons to, like, hey, I want to sit there. They're scared of him.
well, exactly. So Oons points out to the bottle that's on the table, and you know what? It's like at least half, if not 3/4 empty.
And it's like a 1.5-liter bottle, you said last game?
Oh yeah, big bottle.
Yeah. You're right. 1 drink.
I get why you guys like drinking now, but I'm not so big a fan of my inner head pain that I've got going on now. That I don't learn from that.
There's a few things you can do. There's hair of the dog. There's lots of water and rest and darkness and just sleeping it off. And if you find the right people, certain kinds of magic or certain kinds of herbs can really take the edge off.
Okay, so I just have to eat Keldor if what you're telling me is true.
Thank you. I was so hoping someone did that.
See, I'm glad you
Keldor
can read between
immediately.
the lines.
The moment that happens, Keldor just sticks a middle finger because it's not the first time he's heard this. So he's just like, doesn't even look over and just gives the middle finger and continues to eat.
I'll try some water.
Yeah.
Primrose
While-
really without their food. Always.
Whilst I'm assuming those of you who are light-headed are having water, you see Oons Tapley sitting there with a mug of ale and
Laughing at everybody else.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Get yourself some breakfast ale.
Second drink of the day.
All right.
Other than Flick, how was everyone else's night? Hopefully everyone slept all right.
I didn't sleep at all.
No, I'm sorry to hear that. Did you drink too much too or something?
What? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry to hear that you didn't sleep. Is everything all right?
Yeah. Great.
She drank too much of something, that's for sure.
Her and Eliza are just sparring until the odd hours of the night.
God damn it.
I am prepared to make a reflex save to dodge whatever the repercussions of that last comment were.
I'm not denying anything, but Eliza might.
I'm just gonna break Eliza.
I'm pretty
She's just
sure
gonna
Eliza's
melt at
just
the
like
table.
the red has like spread from her
God,
cheeks
no.
to like her face and is starting to go down her neck.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
she's getting sick, guys.
Turns out she's bleeding
Eliza
out at the ears.
Eliza is completely red, and she's got her hair like very neatly tied up, like very classical bun. It's all neatly tied up, and you can see her like beads of sweat coming down, and she is like physically getting due to embarrassment.
I'm sorry, Eliza. I'm sorry. It's adorable and so embarrassed.
Oh, well, it's okay.
Just breathe. It's important to breathe. And it's great.
And she'll take a deep breath and just not. I'm gonna have to change how I was gonna phrase that because someone's gonna make a shitty comment.
Probably.
Probably.
And then on the bench, not under the table. It's not that. She's gonna lightly rest her hand on yours, Primrose. She's not reaching under the table.
All right.
Okay.
I'm just munching away.
Yeah. So you got unless there's anything you guys want to like do like roleplay wise or.
Do you have the beehive enough?
Speaking of jabbing a beehive, we need to see about where the prince is. He wasn't drinking with us last night.
That's a good question.
Well, then who paid for everything?
Me.
Oh, well, thank you.
Speaking of which, Ernst, did I get my money back from him last night?
Yeah, you came back down and grabbed it all.
Yeah, I hold out my hand expectantly.
Unst hands over your money pouch. It feels the same weight as always. It doesn't feel as if anyone's pilfered anything.
Okay. What did I lay down for last night, big guy?
You haven't paid yet.
Okay, perfect. Even
They
better.
assumed you're on some kind of rolling tab. You'll probably get billed when we leave.
Yep, that's probably gonna hurt, but you pay for the good times, or you steal them and you run. But no one was in good condition to run, so we're gonna pay for this one.
Unst raises an eyebrow and goes, "What is stealing?"
We'll talk about that outside sometime later, okay?
It's like taking a thing that you
It's a-
want, but is not something that you originally made.
It's something.
It's a bad thing, looking around over his shoulder, that you're not supposed to do because it's mean and wrong. We'll talk about it later.
Tell you what, Ernst, go talk to the Winter Wolves. They can explain everything. They're probably still around.
As they're masters of economy by now.
Oh my god, I have made literal wolves of Wall Street.
Oh no.
Yes, you have. Oh dear God.
I need to ask him about my 401k.
Well, being self-employed, that's entirely up to you. Depends on how much you start putting in a little retirement fund there. Adventuring is not a sensible long-term business plan.
I'm at retirement age. What are you talking about? I need it now.
If Primrose is just now putting stuff into retirement, I fear it may not last.
Yeah.
They could give me a day now.
60, then she could start paying into something, and then she'd have, full retirement for life. She'd realize that you have to put in 50 years first.
Guys, I've got to quickly step away, so you guys feel free to talk amongst yourselves. Have a role play or discuss out of character what it is you want to be getting on with.
Okay.
All right. So the first order of business that we need. Whenever I licked the prince's hammer, he spoke that there was something missing from it.
And you thought you were blushing.
And I certainly think, oh boy. You guys can get it out of your system.
And you'd certainly think, yes.
All right. I think that it's definitely lacking in power because by what the prophecy had said, only someone who is noble and true and with a heart of steel can wield it, but it also should be able to smite anybody who's evil. And while I got hit with it, I don't consider myself evil, but I also don't consider myself a good person. So I felt I should have at least got like half smote.
So, judging by the fact that it took mercy on you because you weren't an entirely evil-bound being, you think that it has no power.
That's actually precisely what I'm saying.
Okay. I suggest that maybe we let him test it a second time against something that has been slightly more than really annoying.
I just kind of look at Flick. I'm just like,
Are you volunteering, Flick?
Ah, shit. I should have worded that one better.
I don't think that's how magical things work. I think you just need them to get identified.
Yeah, we could probably do that too. Someone can probably
does any
use.
oh
What? Oh.
I don't know if I know anyone who can do that.
Well, even if there isn't somebody here, I'm sure there's somebody in another town. We don't have to head right back to the blasted ruins. I'm not
Yeah, that
exactly
probably
eager to
wouldn't be a good idea anyways. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
especially
exactly.
since,
Go for it.
like, the hammer itself, it's supposed to be super powerful, and even half strength, you'd expect it to be able to do more than just turn out the lights in a room.
He wasn't exactly, into it. He didn't want to hit you. He stated as such several times beforehand.
Right, but
You have
regardless
to
of what...
want the thing you're hitting to die, even a little bit.
Well, looking at this, looking at the hammer and seeing about how it works and seeing at what we've seen it do, I will definitely say I certainly hope there's more to it than that, but I can't quite understand what it could possibly be.
Okay, so what further are you suggesting here? If it has no power, what are you saying?
We
Okay.
need to find something that works a bit better.
Well, probably.
Maybe. That could be one thing, because, I think there's one question that we've never really bothered to ask. If we're seriously about going the entire distance with this.
I mean,
We know that whenever the fire fell in Fife, that there was someone behind that.
yeah. Which means
So the question is, who are they?
some necromancer.
Okay,
That's
you'll
all
have
we
to
know.
explain to me what that is.
Necromancer, the undead gave it away. Some crazy powerful sorcerer dude is raising dead people.
Oh, so someone who uses the body affecting spells. Got it. Okay, well, I mean, I know Primrose can do that. What separates them from being a necromancer?
Excuse me.
Necromancers only do it with dead things. Necromancers actually raise dead people, trap souls, that kind of stuff.
I disagree. Primrose can make someone go permanently blind or deaf. That fits the description perfectly.
No, they bring things back from the dead and
that's a bit
get them
different.
to walk. That's
Huh.
their primary thing.
They like to
Primrose
use
already-
dead things.
Yeah, they like to avoid death themselves and to use things that have died as minions. That's all
Okay.
I've
Yeah.
heard.
The
Yeah.
kid. Primrose is starting to glare at you across the table, just so you know.
What is it, like a bad thing? I can see nothing wrong in using the dead.
Yeah, well, most people do.
Yes,
most people
would disagree with you, especially in a kingdom
depends
that
who the
doesn't
dead are.
like magic anyway.
I know we don't know that much about you, but we all know people who have died, and if we saw them walking down the street as the puppets of some asshole, I think we'd probably be pissed off. You, I don't know about still.
Well, I mean, you don't have to be dead to be the puppet of some asshole.
That's true. I'm not arguing that. It's just
But
a lot
if you're
more
dead,
obvious.
you don't have a choice.
Well, sometimes when you're alive, you don't have a choice either.
I can attest to that.
You have less of a
Actually,
choice.
I would
when
argue
you're
that
dead.
possibly enchantment is a little bit more evil than necromancy.
See, this is the magic
the
guy telling me
difference?
everything.
I don't know magic. I know
I know a little bit about enchantment. That's what most of my power word spells do.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you guys didn't learn about those yesterday. Okay, yeah. So, kid's going to pull out his tongue,
Ah!
and so you guys can see the new thing he's got. This nice black pearl in the center of his tongue. And
Okay.
he's going to say, yeah, this is it's like a translator, I guess. Like, I can say a draconic bad word and it will make it happen. And a couple of them actually cause things to actually happen in the world.
So you say like shit in draconic?
No.
Rain
They don't.
shit?
No, you have to think about it. Draconic's a very elegant language. They take a lot different bad words than you guys think of.
Oh, feces.
like-
It rains feces.
Not quite. You see, in dragon culture, shit is not the worst thing you could be.
Well,
Well, you could be a cunt.
Yeah. Well, it's like they don't like things that limit their power. Like most of the time, dragons don't really think about various little things because, like, hell, you might be the dragon that collects shit. That's just what they do. So that's not going to be considered a bad thing. No, they don't like pain. They don't like to be fatigued. They don't like sickness. And they really, really don't like to die. For the most part, some of them do. I'm sure.
hey, look
There's
at that,
all
guys.
types.
I'm half dragon.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that one. Dying seems like a terrible thing to do.
Well, with this, I can speak a lot more bad words than I actually know, but I might die for it. So there's that.
Keldor is just like, wait,
So,
die. This thing can
Yeah, like-
kill you?
Well, I've been thinking about it a little bit, and my guess is that my tongue is directly connected to the rest of my circulatory system. And so if I use it enough, my heart just might stop.
Well, it's less like your heart would stop, as in, it physically drains your life force, of the abstract concept of your constitution. So, think of it as in, it draws all of your physical presence. So, if you started using things which are with big costs, it would physically drain you. You would look weaker. Your muscles would degrade. You'd look sickly and ill. You'd get very sunken in eyes, and you would be physically finding it difficult to stand. So
it's like
It's more
draining the
that.
actual energy out of your cells, kind of thing.
yeah,
And there's only so much energy you have that you can lose before your cells stop working.
exactly.
I don't know what you're talking about with this medieval concepts. Like, our technology has not discovered there's a such thing as multicellular organisms, or that we even are one.
Settle down, Mr. Circulatory System.
See, that we knew about.
We didn't call it a circulatory system, though.
Well, here's the question. Do you know that your brain is where it is?
I think I do because I have a high intelligence and I kind of pay attention to biology.
Exactly. But does Unst?
Who knows?
He
He probably does because he spilled enough of them.
Oh, he doesn't know that's a brain. He goes, "Is brain the squishy bit?"
Yes.
So it's firmly in torso. Because when I ram hand in there, I pull out lots of.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
see, I thought
where-
squishy bit could be a bit vague.
It's the
No, no,
squishy
no.
bits that's inside your head.
Ah.
Yeah, the one that looks like, I don't know, pasta?
What is pasta?
Perfect.
That's exactly what it looks like. Anyways, so that thing in your mouth can kill you.
Yeah. It's like poison, but like one I can choose to drink.
But it
But it
can
also
kill
makes other
other
things.
people too?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a multiple use poison on other people and also myself.
So basically, you're holding
Okay.
a bladed hand.
Well, no, I'm not really holding it. It's more stuck in between my tongue.
Much better. You're right.
Yeah.
That's
Sure.
a firm improvement for sure.
So, where is Angus, anyways? I thought he'd be here.
Yeah,
Well,
we should probably be present for this conversation.
before I address that, Primrose, you had stated that you were starting to feel very uncomfortable. The conversation was going. How is that manifesting itself in your body language and your reactions to things?
You're talking about the whole necromancy thing and the puppets. That made Primrose uncomfortable. Primrose is this sitting very still, staring at their plate.
Okay. Let's see if I even notice. Because
Wish
I'm
you uncomfortable.
Keldor and I don't notice a lot of things. Yeah, no. Nope.
Keldor, you look directly at Primrose and go, so yeah, the dead people acting as puppets under someone else's manipulation and control. Weird, right?
Can Primrose kick him in the shin? Went too far away.
If we really did
Blair.
want to discuss that, though, you don't do things that are entirely separate from what we were talking about with enchantment. Like,
God.
no. Like, you use the flute, and all of us start to feel better. That's kind of the same thing.
Kind of, but necromancy tends to be draining rather than
True,
filling.
but like Notad tells me, a little spell can become a big spell if you just apply the right know-how to it.
Notad is sat there, with a great big block of cheese, and he kind of looks and goes, well, this is correct, but I believe the thing you are trying to address, my young student, is whilst they may have similar effects, you are more bringing into question a concept of morality and ambiguity. This gray area, what is and is not morally good and bad, and so on and so forth. And I believe questioning such a thing is probably making some of the more morally straight amongst us feel as questioning or guilty, that they could be misconstrued as doing something they would perceive as being so morally wrong. Well, for yourself, morality is it means as little as as the dust on the pavement. Is an ever bending, changing thing. For others, they live their entire life by moralistic codes.
I don't have
So
much.
Primrose,
You say the word. Oh, go ahead.
Primrose is a good big kid. Very straight. Not sure those kind of common.
You're breaking up a lot.
Sorry, Discord just jumbled.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of your frozen. Hang on a minute.
I've all done what now? Oh, there they go.
I think she's just disconnecting and reconnecting. There we go.
Am I fixed?
Sounds like it.
That's much better. Yeah.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Primrose. So after Notad's done speaking, Primrose will. I'm gonna say glare because I don't know how else to describe it, but just glare at kid. Primrose will glare at kid and say, you should keep those kind of comments to yourself. Same thing. That's all.
Kid's just kind of staring off in that direction a little bit. wondering, I'm not good at social. What has transpired just now?
As I said, some people are going to be a little more offended by some particular magics than others.
Oh, that reminds me a bit. Zen, how do you turn into a wolf?
Good topic change.
Seamless.
Yeah.
A
Well,
segue roars through the room.
it's more of a natural thing for me, myself.
You can naturally turn into wolves? Does it have something to do with Sif?
No, it has more to do with my magic. He's part of it. Since I've been with him for so long, I pretty much know him inside and out, and that's what allows me to transform into a wolf. So if I was around, let's say, a bear for that long, I could transform into one of those, or maybe some kind of elk or any other animal, so long as it's
So you can
within
turn
my.
into a duck anytime you wanted to.
If I was around one for long enough,
The advantages are limitless.
but the larger animals will be outside of my capabilities.
Okay.
And some of the
So,
very
go ahead. With a bear, yeah.
But that all
So-
falls under my natural magics.
Your natural magics. That's interesting. How does yours work? Like, I have to do book stuff every morning. Vaco just gets up and drinks some coffee or something. I think Primrose sings, and Eliza sits motionless for a good long time.
It's a gift
I'm
from
just
nature. The gods have blessed me with what I have.
I see. So they are good for something.
sometimes.
Okay.
Rarely, in my opinion.
God, you must be one hell of a ranger.
Kilder just kind of like scratching his head and being like, probably not a ranger.
I like people to consider me a ranger, but officially, no. I'm a little bit deeper than a ranger.
I thought it.
A deep ranger.
My connection to nature life a bit deeper.
Okay.
Flick is standing behind the entire group, and he's just got Spudnik out on his arm, and they're staring deeply into each other's eyes after Zindrix's statement about if you get to know each other enough, you can turn into each other.
Probably doesn't work with dragons, buddy.
Oh, but come on,
I mean, pretty awesome.
Zindrix, you can show me, right?
Well, it wouldn't be easy. But
That's okay. I'm down for it. If it takes 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I'm into it.
it's something I sort of swore off whenever I became what I am, that I wouldn't really just go out and give it to everyone.
That being
Oh.
said, could you turn into a wolf like right now if you really wanted to?
If I really wanted to, yes.
Huh. Hey, Flick, I think we could use this.
Jesus, he has a name. She has a name.
No, I mean not so much the not so much her doing it, but I'm like, imagine we go into a bar somewhere else and we'll be like, I bet you 5 gold that person could turn into a wolf. And they'll be like, oh, no way they could turn into a wolf. And then you'll sitting there and be like, oh, you know what? I bet you 10 gold they can't turn into a wolf.
Yeah, I've played this game before.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we can use this.
And it always ends up with either Zindrix turning into a wolf or not turning into a wolf, depending on who's betting the most. We win either way.
Yeah. Well, there's no way we can lose. You're right. So, what were we talking about?
Can you talk to Sif?
Yeah, you've seen me do it on the first day we met back in D.
Yeah, but I mean, like as a wolf.
Yeah, we can get some form of communication.
What does Sif have to say? What's Sif's take on this? I actually haven't thought about what their opinion might be.
He really doesn't like you, kid. We've been talking on the side a little bit, and yeah, he just has bad things to say. I'm not sure you want to hear it.
Is this true?
Very much.
That might be where I get my hair of the dog then.
Oh.
And that's gonna make him like you more.
Okay.
Enemy of the party.
So, this has been some fantastic, inter-party role play. I'm loving it. But would you mind if I like speed you along through the rest of this scene?
Go for it.
Okay, so you have
Yeah, let's
breakfast.
advance the plot.
You had some, you're getting on. You're bonding. You're making fun of each other. Going back a little bit, I believe it was either Keldor or Kid who brought up, we haven't really seen the prince since we got back. Yeah, so that would be a good thing to try and figure out, wouldn't it?
Let's start looking for the prince. He's the one who knows people, hopefully.
Yeah. So, speaking of licking the prince's hammer, can you like smell where he is now, kid?
That I can't do.
Probably
Tell me how to
Wolf
do it,
Boy
that'd be
over
the best
here
idea
can,
ever.
though.
Yeah, probably Wolf and Wolfer can.
Which one is Zindrix?
I'd say he's probably Wolf. Let's say I have to give credit to the Wolf for being Wolfer. Does that make sense? Anybody else? No? No? Okay, whatever.
I'm gonna write this down.
Credit where credit is due. Come on. Sif doesn't get a lot of shout outs.
He is Wolfer. Wolfier?
No, just Wolfer.
Wolfer.
To
How
be
has-
more wolf.
Yeah.
To be
How has
Wolfer.
Sif been like acting towards the rest of the party throughout this time? Is he still like pretty standoffish and like guard doggish of you, or?
Yeah, he'd be pretty still guard dogish of Zendrix because of, just her whole past of her being alone with him for most of it.
Yeah.
So,
Hasn't quite gotten to the point of being like the party pet, but yeah.
I
One
suppose
day.
I suppose I'm not gonna earn a lot of points with the dog for complimenting it in common, but whatever. Sorry, Wolf, not dog, not dog. My bad, my bad. Hands up.
Okay, so you all finish your breakfast. It's a damn good breakfast. The woman behind the bar makes a note. She's collecting information on how much the tab is coming up to. So, what do you guys want to go and do in and around town? Or you can go. Screw it, we're leaving. Your choice.
We should
Wolf
probably find the
boy.
prince.
Sorry, Wolf Girl. Would you mind looking for the prince? I have a couple errands to run.
yeah, I'm sure me and Sif can track him down.
All right.
I say, for
Let
a
me
change
know
of
when you
pace,
find him.
we
And I
should
head
throw our
out.
arms in. No, well, fine. He's not invited then. The rest of us, though, for a change of pace, we should just throw our arms into the air, flailing wildly, and run screaming in every different direction.
Okay, so people
Isn't that
want
what
to do
Carlos
that.
and Eliza do every night?
want to
No, not. Thank you.
want to do that can go with Flick, but everybody else who would like to find the prince, I guess, will go do that then.
Flick turns around,
Okay.
flails his arm in the air, and runs screaming into the distance. But he only
Okay,
runs
so
about
that's-
50 feet, and then he turns around and comes back.
Okay, I'm in. Let's go.
Oh God.
So, Keldor, you establish you have some errands you would like to go take care of. Is
Yes.
there anybody else whom would much rather be going on and getting on with personal things whilst the others are doing look
Looking
for
for
Prince.
Princey McPrince.
Yeah,
I do, but it needs to be at night.
it needs to be at night.
It's not that. It's something else.
I was
So
about
does
to say,
mine, ironically.
okay. So,
Please do
Keldor,
not
you're-
rob the town blind. They've been pretty nice to us so far.
Not
Not
blind.
blind.
There's got to be one asshole here.
Right, there's only
that would
Primrose who
be
can make people blind.
what's his face?
I've
What?
spent like 3 days so far sussing out who that asshole is and finding the ways into and out of his particular place. Why do you think I haven't robbed anybody yet, Kildor?
Say Bob Primrose?
Where is it? I don't see it. One of the freaking night dudes.
All right. So one of the night dude's house I've been casing,
Yeah.
especially hard.
Did I write them all down?
Not in the NPC list. Not that I can
Is
see.
it? Are we still on the map of the town?
Oh yeah, you did it on
Yeah.
the houses themselves.
Yeah, he listed
That
the
would be
names on
why.
there.
Yeah.
It would be Thaka. Wait, is
Okay.
it Thaka?
What? This one?
Corporal Thaka?
Thaka. Yes.
Yeah, he's. Is that a he? That's a he, right?
Yes.
I would have let known Flick know. Yeah, I don't like him very much. He's a bit of a racist.
Perfect.
I need to get him.
Exactly the kind of people I like to rob.
Alrighty.
How about the guys on the right and left of him? Are they really good guys?
Well, they're the ones who half trained me, so probably decent people.
Okay, I won't pin it on them.
If you want to pin it on someone, pin it on the blacksmith. He's got enough money to handle it.
Okay.
Now he's gonna rob the blacksmith.
Duly noted.
Okay, so Keldor, you are going off and getting on with.
I'm headed to the
Various.
apothecary shop.
Yep. Because I was just about to ask, would we prefer to do your stuff first? Because you kind of took a backseat last session whilst everyone else was drinking.
Yep.
So
And doing stupid stuff.
yeah.
Lots of
That was
stupid stuff.
lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Thank you.
Oh.
So yeah, we'll start off with Keldor heading over to the apothecary.
Okay.
Yep. You walk on in there. You see Genthry, who is he's pretty much only just gotten back. You see him like dragging his big trunk as he pulls it inside, and he's kind of like he's not like slumped against it, but he's like leaning over it, going.
Still haven't figured out that mobilization spell you're working on?
Hi Keldor. No, not yet. Working on it. Very close. Yesterday, I got a book to walk 3 steps before it set itself on fire.
I'm not sure which part of that to be more impressed with.
Okay. Just
There could be a
don't
lot of
give it
text
too
on
many
each tab.
legs or else it might trample stuff.
How can I help you today?
What potions you got in shop today?
Pretty much everything is normal. You want potions? I got them. You want other things? Yeah.
Yeah, you do realize I've been gone for like 3 weeks. I don't know what you've restocked or not.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks to your lovely elf friend, got some very fresh healing potions, if that's what you're after.
That'll be useful.
Other than that, oh god, this is where I made the mistake of putting all my books under my camera. It's gonna be seamless. It's what I get for not thinking I'd need a book today. Oh, nothing's broken.
How
It's
dare you
okay.
think so little of us?
They
How
don't need to be
dare
worthy
I?
of reading.
Indeed. I was just hoping I could like make it all up.
I mean, you could make up
Oh.
a nice potion for me and then sell it to me for very little. I'd be okay with that.
That's what my games are, just completely made up.
I try and make up most things, but then I've always found I drastically underprice, magic items. It's like, oh shit.
Oh yes, the potion of infinite water. I'll say that's 50 gold.
Oh, you want a potion of cure critical? Yeah, like 50 gold. That's plenty, right? It doesn't just have a list of potions in it. Really? Is that
I
the
think
other
light
book?
potions are 50.
Okay, light wounds is 50. Um,
I want to say moderate's 200 or so. I could be wrong though.
I'm looking.
200 sounds about right.
I'm on the page. Where is it?
I was just really hoping
Cure
that
moderate
there was.
wounds is 300 gold.
Yeah. I was just hoping there'd be like a list of potions in this magic item compendium, but I think it's in the.
SRD has it online. Quite
Yeah.
conveniently.
Should really start relying more on that. It's just because I've got books literally right in front of me. So, and they normally have like tables and whatnot in them, so I can roll for random.
Yeah.
So,
I'm definitely gonna pick up whatever moderate wound potions he has.
yeah, he has. Well, let's roll for random because it's fun. Where are you, little dice? Nope. There's one. Aha. He's only got one cure moderates in.
Okay, I'll grab that.
Potion.
Does he sell it to me for the original price, or can I bargain him?
Well,
'Cause I
he's
know.
got his standard prices. If you want to try and like convince him to pay less.
I know
Yeah,
you. I've
you
helped
can-
you out in the past. I've gotten almost blown up by your experiments a couple times. Mind lowering the price?
Well, I guess I can think about it. I mean, I suppose. If you wouldn't mind doing me a favor of sorts.
Okay. What is it this time?
Could you see if I would be allowed to leave and then let me travel with you and your friend? 'Cause I think I'm not doing everything I could be doing to help. It's all well and good me staying here, but I don't really need me.
The wind whispers in the background, "Wizard buddies."
The wind whispers in the background, "Potion maker."
Guy who sacrifices levels so we don't have to.
Guy who can make stuff.
Gen 3 whispers very obviously. It's like NPC companion.
We don't care about that. We care about the potions.
Oh. But, I'm
No,
not really.
I'd be like,
doing anything to help out around here.
in all
they've got-
seriousness. Well, I'd have to talk to the others to see if we have room.
We're gonna
I
need a second
could
cart.
be persuaded to try and persuade them. And
Yeah.
you
It's a
know,
lot of persuading.
if you promise not to do any more experiments that blow up the entire camp again, like that one time, which is why you were banished from hunting parties from then on.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that, and then
No,
we'll probably be.
it's fine. I figured out how to not do that. Apparently, what you're not supposed to do is like put more fire. That phrase, you fight fire with fire, it doesn't actually work.
It depends how much fire you use. Because technically, if
Shush,
you
you're
burn...
not there, little flick.
Oh yeah, damn it. I remember till now.
Okay.
Okay.
He'll give you the potion of cure moderate, and he'll go. Consider that, I was reading a story the other day. Consider that a taster. Come back with a deal, and you'll get more. It was a fun story. I liked it.
Okay.
Is there anything else you'd like? And, you can. I'll treat it all as this. I help you. You help me. Deal.
Yeah, I can help convince them. What other potions you got? I see some new ones over here.
Well, you know what? It's easier if you do it. Roll me. Let's do. You know what? Let's roll me a d6.
Okay. D6.
Yep.
2.
Dang
it.
Nah, that's not great. Then roll me 2d100.
29 and 6.
Okay, 29. Yeah, the first one he looks at and goes, "Oh well, this one is it's not a potion. You shouldn't drink it. It's an oil. You rub it on a weapon, it makes it magic. So there's that one. But this other one, I think you'll like this one. See, what it does is you drink it, and you feel like stronger, kind. Well, not like, grrr, like you just mentally feel like you'd be better at hitting things. I call it aid. So, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, there's magic weapon and aid. If you want them as well.
I'll take them.
Okay, there you go. And you don't forget your cure.
So, magic weapon, which is an oil.
Mm-hmm.
And. Alrighty. So, you make any new devices recently, or did they blow up again?
Oh well, I was spending most of my time making all those special items for your friends.
Oh, okay.
Only had a few fires. Only a few.
Good, that's an improvement.
Yeah.
We just finished building this shop a year ago. Probably bad to burn it down again.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't be great. Caldor, just out of curiosity, your glaive, is it very openly like on display? On your back?
It's on my back.
Yeah. And Caldor, your Caldor, and Genfrey looking at. Oh, you see, your dad gave you the gift that he had me do some work on for you.
Pull it out. That's pretty good.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you'll really love it when you actually get to use it.
Oh, I'm sure. As potions. And I head back to
Okay. All right. Just wanted to go stock up on some potions.
Yep.
Alrighty, so everybody else.
Oh wait, I forgot. Never mind. We'll do that as a group.
Okay. How are you going about your super special, amazing search party? We're gonna go find the prince.
I'm telling you guys, if you just flail every once in a while and scream a little bit and it really loosens the tension up, it just lets it all go. You feel free afterwards. You gotta
I'm
try it
taking
sometime.
half of that advice. I'm just going to go ahead and begin shouting, Prince McFife, the prince of the land of Fife.
Hell are
Where
you?
are you?
Quit fucking climbing up here.
He's not even
Reveal
gonna recognize your
yourself.
voice anymore.
I'm Kid.
Yeah, Prince, it's actually him.
It's a
I'm
little
your
weird.
best friend.
It's really hard to yell in that accent.
So while they're doing that, I'm assuming Baco and Zendrix would just actually probably go around in town and ask people normally. Zendrix
Yeah,
wants
why
to
is-
do that.
Well, do we we go check
What
the
if-
cart and shit first, right?
Well, you can go check out the cart.
That would be
If
You-
no one else
cart
does, I go
being-
check out the cart.
They're being well looked after. The horses are being, fed, and someone's obviously gone and like combed.
You brush
Combed.
horses.
Brushed. Yes. Like brushed them, got them cleaned up. But nope, no sign of the prince there.
Well, let's
You
just
may
say.
even just turn into a horse to figure this out.
Let's
Yeah,
just
that's
say
clearly
in
the only
10
solution.
minutes. Let's just say in maybe 10 15 minutes, we all come back here to try to see if we find him. If not, then I don't know. Maybe he'll be safe enough.
Here's hoping. What if he got kidnapped while we were gone? Aren't we supposed to be his bodyguards?
We'll be pretty bad bodyguards then if that happened.
Well, he did. Aren't we his knights? Didn't he say that at some point? Are we knights?
Keldor's
No,
his
you
knight.
didn't actually get the Knights of. He just said you'll get it. He never actually did anything with it.
Oh, phooey. Well then, I only care so much. He even got his amulet back. I was gonna get some good coin off of that.
Mm,
Wait, he's gonna get his amulet back.
He got his amulet back. He got it back right away. He figured it out.
Okay.
I was too obvious.
All right.
And I-
So, what to do?
Now I don't know where he is. Now I can't even barter his life for any favors in the future. Back to square one.
He's
That's a
around.
tactical disadvantage.
That's
Let's
fine.
At least my purse is significantly heavier now.
Wait, I know where he probably is. It's where I would go.
No, he's not at the tavern. We just came from there.
I know. He might be at the hot spring.
There's a hot spring? Why are we at
Yes.
the hot spring?
We were at the hot spring, remember?
Oh, that hot spring.
We didn't see
I thought
there,
you meant like
Flick.
an outdoor hot spring.
No, why would you go outdoors in the cold? And then to get into a hot spring and then have to get out and be in the cold.
You've never done the whole hot spring run into the snow and then jump back into the hot? No?
That
Make
sounds
sure you
awful.
drink a lot while you do it. You have to be really, really drunk.
Do you mean we're at the hot spring where you peek on us?
So anyway,
Well, it's
we're
settled.
looking for the prince.
So, one of you has decided maybe we should go check out the keep.
Specifically the hot springs, but yes, the keep, since that is where they're located.
Okay. So,
Eldor's
as a
just
group, you,
going along. He doesn't care.
as a group, you head towards the keep. Outside there's the guards. Like Frank and John, or whatever their names are.
Definitely Frank and John.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They
Looking
kind of give
forward
a
is
nod. As like who's at the front of this group heading?
Well, it was Kid's idea, I guess.
Yeah. So specifically Frank gives you a nod and a smile. He goes, "Oh, surprised we didn't see from you last night. Figured you'd have come here and stayed in the keep." You know,
No, we were busy
Prince came in.
pouring alcohol down our throat.
Oh, that's what the prince was doing in here last night with the duke.
Oh,
And,
how did it turn out with him?
Hmm?
Tell me, that new hammer of his, did he do any serious damage with it? I'm still documenting on whether or not that thing's useful.
Oh, not that I'm aware of. No. Came back. Prince went. I think he must have had a bath because he came out shiny. They had a feast. They celebrated. They asked. Like, oh, I wonder why no one else came to the keep. But oh well, must be off doing their own things. That's kind of it, really.
Are there any leftovers?
Probably.
Okay, guys, we have a second plan after we find the prince. We
You
need to
hungry
acquire some
still?
of these left. No, but
I
okay, yeah. See, we got a halfling. They're always hungry.
True.
No idea where they put it all.
We spend it all in energy
mainly-
putting up with the Utah folk.
It's true.
I was going to say
Seems like
that
the only
mainly
logical
put it in
explanation.
small sacks to eat later.
Yeah.
Like chipmunks.
Sack lunch.
It's got hamster pouches.
Okay, so with that, Frank and John, they let you in. You guys have seen the keep before. It's nice. It's not like super fancy, but it's tidied and fancy enough. And you head right in, walk into the Great Hall. You see the Duke sat there with the Prince sat next to him, and the priestess. They're all just sat down having a nice, pleasant breakfast. And the Duke kind of goes, "Ah, I'm surprised none of you came last night. We had a wonderful feast in your honor, but none of you showed up. Weird."
Boy, that would have been nice to know about.
Maybe it's best that we didn't know about it.
To
Maybe
be
I
honest,
would have had a smaller drink if we were here. No, that's a lie. But I would have drinking it slower. Okay, that's a lie too.
Let's be real here. Where we were had Unst and Smiles and Notad. That honestly was where the party was.
Arguably.
Well, anyway, besides all that, is Prince McFife inside?
Prince McFife is sat right next to the Duke. He goes,
Well, I'm glad he's safe.
The
Nothing
moment
wrong with him and alive.
The
How's your
moment I
hammer
get
hanging,
in, I
Prince?
just sit down and start eating.
"Yeah, if you sit down, some servants will come. They'll put down plates of food. It's similar to the tavern, except higher quality. So it's not just salted meats. It's specifically bacon. It's not just generic cheese. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
finest, freshest. It's not just generic bread. It's handmade, fresh, special bread.
Special.
I don't know bread well enough to go, what's this type of loaf?
It's pumpernickel.
It's
always
whatever
pumpernickel.
bread you like.
Wonder
Yeah,
Bread.
Kevin, it's your favorite bread.
Pumpernickel.
Oh, hey, Kevin. By the way, hi, Kevin, again.
Awesome.
Hi,
Hi,
Kevin.
Kevin.
Yeah,
That
good to
needs
see you,
be an
buddy.
emote. You need to have a Kevin emote where it explains the backstory of Kevin.
We should.
That'd be awesome.
Explains the backstory of Kevin to Kevin.
Kevin, here's what you know.
It's an emote that only Kevins can access to verify that we are in fact talking to them.
Kevin was the first person to actually pay forward. He's actually going to appear as an NPC later on.
Oh.
in the game.
Oh my god. I hope he's
Just
not
called
already
Kevin.
dead.
It's just Kevin.
No last name, just Kevin.
Sounds
Sounds like
awesome.
Cher like that.
Oh, he better be a dragon.
This turns out
He's
every
just
NPC we've encountered so far is a dragon in disguise. That's the secret of this world.
Even
Eliza, no. Oh,
Now, even better, like just Kevin. He doesn't do anything. He just goes, "Hi." But the thing is, he's everywhere. You walk into every tavern and you see Kevin. He's the guy waiting in front of you at the armory. He's the guy like walking away from the dungeon you're about to head into. He goes, "Hey guys." And just walks off.
Anyway,
Can I
Kevin,
just
your
tell you
specific
something?
favorite bread is about to be consumed by our characters. Feel good about that?
Yeah.
Um,
Same goes for cheese and meats.
Come on,
Swiss
bacon.
and salami. Okay,
Bacon.
bacon.
You have to have
Turkey bacon.
Anyway, Prince, how's your hammer hanging?
Just could not get that in, could you?
He kind of pauses, raises an eyebrow, and goes, "Oh, aye. Other hammer. Well, it's just hanging low. And then I said, the other hammer.
Okay.
Paco just shakes his head.
Why?
Stop breaking. Gross.
I thought this was
Not good for my heart. My heart's on borrowed time. Stop it. Oh, God.
Okay.
So, Prince, tell me, was it awkward when he tried to lick your hammer the other day? In front of everybody?
I love how Matt's picture is frozen.
Oh, it's working on there. Why is it not working?
Oh, there it goes. It fixed it.
Oh, no, and he's gone again.
British internet kicks in at the best time.
Yep. No, the DM died. I guess we go and raid the castle and take everything.
Quit.
Hey, that was my plan. I didn't say you guys were invited.
Ow.
Bard's gonna die first this round. My God.
Don't worry, Archer. I'm kidding. Of course you're invited.
I'll tell you what, worst comes to
Yay!
worst. It is halfway point, so that wouldn't be the worst time to have technical difficulties.
Yep.
Actually, yeah. Why don't we
At
cut
that-
to a 5-minute break?
We're going to do
Yeah.
a quick 5-minute break. We will be
In
right
lieu of the DM, we'll take chance.
back after we hopefully get our DM back. Hopefully that happens.
Otherwise, you get to listen to the rest of us talk over each other for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Perfect. Alrighty.
We'll see you soon, guys.
Uh,
Oh,
Wait.
Alrighty. Welcome back, everybody, and welcome to the party. Hopefully, any technical hitches have been resolved, so there's not going to be a big frozen face on your screen again. Before we jump right back in and continue, let's do some quick shameless self-promotion / selling things to you, because that's how society works, apparently. So, if you like what's going on this channel, you should consider subscribing to Welcome to the Party. You know, every subscription you give to the Twitch channel means that every month you subscribe, you get to give a free critical role or natural 20 or whatever the system uses to a player or DM of your choice, and that goes for any game on the entire channel. So if you really like that one player from that one game, you go, hey, I'm going to click subscribe and do all that jazz, and I'm going to give them a natural 20 every month because they're my favorite. There are also some other really amazing cool things you can do, such as if you are kind-hearted and generous enough, you can donate actual real-life money, or put into computerized form as bits and the like, to affect the game in some way, shape, or form for small effects, such as giving crits or critical failures, or just small changes. These are subject to the system and to the DM running the game. For example, me, I'm totally cool with most things. So if you say, oh, I want to affect it like this, if it's small, that will cost you a measly 500 bits or $5 US. For a larger change, i.e., +1 to a stat or maximum damage, or hell, screw it, we'll go full hog. We'll do like instant level up, $10 or 1,000 bits. As well, we mentioned at the beginning, there are some amazing new emotes which have been added onto the channel, which you can get. There's 3 new emotes. There are your WTP D20s. That's Welcome to the Party D20s. So you want to show that you are a member or fan of Welcome to the Party, you can take these D20s and take them all over Twitch, just throwing D20s at people. Don't do that in real life. It's at worst a minor annoyance, and people might think you're some kind of crazy person. You can also, for $10, unlock Michael the Mimic. I named him. That is canon. So if you want to spread some mimicky goodness, you can get that. And then for $15, you can get your crits on the rocks. It's a delightful little image of a glass of probably an alcoholic beverage with some beautiful D20. Great emotes. Fantastic, and you should consider purchasing them if you want to. other things you should consider doing. There is a lovely Discord group you can go and join for Welcome to the Party. So if you just want to chat to other like-minded people who happen to like role-playing games, or if you just want to, make new friends or hang out in a very first thing to overemphasize, Welcome to Party is probably the most accepting, all-inclusive environment I have ever come across. So
They're awesome.
it's amazing. You don't need to worry. Anyone who's had difficulty getting into gaming because they feel it's dominated by straight white dudes or
Yeah.
whatever else.
Yeah, Matt is only one of those things.
I mean, two of those things. So.
Yeah, 2 out of 3.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
dumb. My intelligence is not as high as Flick's.
I am one of those. That's it.
So, if you have ever felt like uncomfortable or you tried to run games and you can't do it because it's just not inclusive enough, or you feel
it's great. It's amazing.
Yeah, everything is accepted here. Everyone's nice, and people who aren't, well, we've never
disappear pretty quickly.
Yeah, I was about to say, I've never noticed someone who isn't like totally accepting, but if they ever are, they usually very quickly get asked to either not be or to maybe find somewhere that's not here. So yeah, it's a lovely place.
I love it.
Discord is down there. There's always people looking to find games, either to be on the stream or just for fun. All kinds of great stuff.
I'd actually like to make a quick shout out to one of them.
Oh yeah,
these lovely pieces that I have here, I got them from Shanna Logic, who is part of the Discord channel, and she is amazing, and she does.
Oh, what did you get from her?
I got Ocean. Look at those.
Oh, the polar arts. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
Awesome.
I'm more than happy to shout that out. Her Etsy. It is an Etsy shop, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think?
it's Etsy. It's Shan of the Smithy. Shan of the Smithy.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
It's
Go
great,
in there now.
Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah,
She
she
gave
can
me a
even do like
Phoenix feather
3D
for free.
Nice. She's done like a few 3D things, so you can actually get like a dice jail or like a mimic, like an actual
the
3D.
mimic is
mimic.
gorgeous.
It's amazing, and it's actually very well and reasonably priced. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
For the other game I run,
I'm a poor dude, and I got stuff from her. So.
How do you spell Shan?
SHAN.
Okay.
Very simple. Shan of the Smithy. She's amazing.
Yeah. The other game I run on this channel, the Pokemon, which is every other Thursday. Check that out as well. It's great. One of the players has gone and got a commissioned Pearl Pokeball to represent the team, and it's fantastic. And it only costs like $3, and that was a totally original design. So go check it out, guys. It's amazing. If
He's great.
somebody could, they should totally throw that link into the chat. Be fantastic.
8-bit Smithy is the actual.
Oh.
Sorry.
I couldn't find it.
I
Like,
just
where
was
is Shan?
looking
I
it
don't
up.
know.
So
Where's Shan?
there we go. In the
There you go.
Twitch chat there. So check her out. She's amazing, and I
Hmm.
love her stuff.
And
I
she also appears on.
have found a new addiction.
She also appears on a few games. I think she is definitely on the Saturday game. If you want to check that out, that's the.
There's
5th
a
edition
rainbow dagger.
homebrew stuff. It's fantastic.
There's a lot of stuff in the shop.
I like the rainbow dagger. It speaks to me on a personal level.
Because you want to stab people with your sexuality.
I mean,
Who doesn't?
Wow. Yeah.
if you need Eliza,
Back
yeah.
to the game at hand.
Yeah, we should probably, as much as I would happily sit here and gush about how much the community we have here at Welcome to the Party is great and shout out specific individuals, we probably should get on with our own game so that we can feel a part of it. Maybe someone will start shouting us out and telling us how amazing we are.
God, that would be the greatest.
They're the best at humor, guys. Just best.
All right, guys, let's do it.
Okay, so jumping back in, you guys are sat around the table. As I stated, you're getting lovely meals being put towards you. Prince is sat there happily munching away, and go right ahead, ask questions, do things.
I start to say something, and you're pretty sure I was about to say, "Hey, Princey Prince," and then I stop myself because I'm
Really,
looking, and my
actually.
master is like within hitting distance. And I go, "Prince McFife, do you have any idea what we should do next?" Oh, we just got a new follow from Jigs013. Thanks for the follow, dude.
Yeah,
Or
that'd be-
dudette. I don't know what you are.
that'd be-
I just say
Thank
dude
you
for
very
everybody,
much.
though, to be honest.
Because dude is a state of mind. It's all inclusive.
I like that.
It's really
That
gender
works.
neutral.
Yeah.
It is, yes.
Yeah, unless you are the dude.
Oh, God.
And then all you can do is walk around and abide things. You go,
Hmm. Speaking of the dude, how's the prince?
the prince, yeah, he looks over and goes, you know, that's probably a very good question. Well, after a small feast and a fair few bevies here, instead of going straight to bed, I went and had a wee chat with a lovely priestess over there, and then we looked through a few books, and well,
You can read?
I am a highly educated member of a royal family.
And
So
with
he
that,
can
there's a
definitely find
clip
priestess
around my
reading for
head.
him.
Pretty sure I just got a smack on the back of my head for that.
Yeah, you when you said that, you clearly feel this stick whack you in the back of the head. And the prince then continues, well, as I was saying, yeah, I did some research. You know, when else is best to do research other than 2 o'clock in the morning and after being a wee bit tipsy? It reminds me of my university days, actually.
Sounds like what Primrose and Eliza did.
But kid, you were trying to figure out what was wrong with the hammer. And, while you were grabbing
Yes,
it.
it
and lifting
tastes
it.
awful.
Aye. Well, apparently, the hammer it's got what I suppose you could call it a kind of personality, or some kind of consciousness.
Oh, great. Sentient weapons. These always go well.
Oh, aye. And apparently, it's more than just picky about who it likes. You need to be able to prove yourself. So whilst, okay, it's accepted me, it's gone, oh aye, you're a top fella, it's not gonna unlock its full potential until I go and do some quests and prove myself to it, essentially.
Oh, so
Well-
right now you're the prince, but it wants a king.
I suppose that's probably a sensible way of looking at it. So, in my research, I was having a good, strong read. It mentioned like 2 specific things. One, it was talking about some kind of long lost amulet. Apparently, the original fella who made this or received it as a gift from the gods. All the stories are different. But apparently, it had some amulet, and that amulet like channeled his keen sense of right and wrong and justice. Apparently, nobody's seen it in hundreds of years. So,
Sounds like a useful item to have.
oh,
Sounds like
aye,
something Flick would have.
yeah. The prince looks at Flick and goes, "Oh, aye, I'm sure you'd do wonders trying to pickpocket other people's amulets, wouldn't you, wee man?"
I'm pretty good at it, actually.
So there is that. I mean, I'm not sure if it's connected, but obviously, while I was looking up that, the priestess over there, she was flicking through and trying to find things on that, and she found a story about some pretty impressive heroic type. Names lost to time. Apparently, his final resting place was up near Loch Rannoch, so that might be a starting point, I guess. Don't know if it's the same fella. Don't know if it's even a fella at all. Could be anything. So, if we want to go look at a beautiful, picturesque loch, we can go and do that. Maybe that'll have part of our collection, I guess is what you could call it. And then the other thing, and this one I'm a wee bit stumped on. Apparently I need the blessing of a dragon. So, any clues on where we'd find one of them?
Not a damn clue, honestly.
How specific were they?
Said I needed a blessing of a dragon. That was it.
I hold out Spudnik.
Spudnik? Do you deem him worthy of your blessing?
Spudnik kind of crawls out and looks and goes,
Oh my god.
Spudnik says yes.
So
Angus
cute.
looks at it and goes, looks at Spudnik and goes, alright. And then looks at his hammer and it looks exactly. Goes,
Oh.
I think maybe it needs to be a wee bigger.
Oh.
You know. Like,
And I hold him back to my chest and shelter his ears.
I think I could help with maybe finding a dragon.
can you now? And, is that. Not really had a proper conversation with your dead boy. How is it you'd be able to find us a dragon?
I've seen one before.
No.
Yeah.
Why do I have to know who's a dragon and not know who's a dragon?
Yeah.
Or would I know he's a dragon?
Well,
What would I even roll to figure out if I know he's a dragon?
you
Play Skyrim's theme song.
in character, whilst yes, you might have reasons to be suspect of specific people, like, you've never really found anything to give any concrete proof that he's anything other than, a bit weird.
Okay.
It's French, that's why.
To be fair, Vako might actually be one of the best ideas. He has like a legend recorded on his skin, and on the verse written on his armpits, it talks about a blue dragon.
With that, Angus is gonna walk up and grab you by the wrist and lift it up and start looking at your armpit, going, "I don't see nothing about a dragon. I'm seeing
That's because you have to read
squiggles."
Draconic.
Oh,
Yeah, it's right there. And I walk up and I just say, "Can't you read this bit right here?" Because
Shouldn't
I
be a drama
actually
for a
speak
well-educated
Draconic.
member of the aristocracy, right?
you're just like rubbing your armpit in his face. Is the prince into that? No, I'm not rolling for this thing.
No.
How gay is the prince?
Breathing out.
Good sound of those things.
I'm taking that entire concept, throwing it away. I'm wishing I never said these words.
I see your offer and I reject it.
And the prince is going, no, I cannot read that.
Okay.
But if you got something written about dragons on you, is there any clue on where we could find one?
Sit back, Prince, and Keldor and I will tell you a tale. Vako, I need you to strip.
I'm gonna go over and I'm just gonna sit Kit down and just shake my head and say, "No, kid, time out."
Like just starts pounding on a table, like like giving him a beat to dance to. Like, come on, come on.
The Duke
I think
starts getting
Primrose
and
has to
goes.
leave.
The Duke is sat there, and he's a very respectable man. You know, he's a little bit old, and he starts going. Oh no, we're not doing. Never mind.
Can Primrose and Eliza leave? Very comfortable. Too much laughing.
I'm pretty sure Primrose is laughing the hardest out of all of us at this point.
I know it's not good
Surprised they
for
aren't
me.
offering to do the music.
This is great. You're having like full-on team time.
Well,
You get
Buckle clears his throat. He's like, actually,
you're having like
it's
you're having
nothing
like
to
real
do-
conversation.
And then I just like
nothing to
walk.
do with the tattoos. I actually met a dragon before I decided to travel to the town that got burned alive.
With that, Prince kind of like sits back, and I'm assuming everyone else is a little bit like, wait, this guy's met a dragon.
What did you lead it there?
Wasn't a dragon who attacked the town.
It was
I don't know.
the village
We don't actually know
where I
that.
came from, and there was an avalanche, and I was stuck in this cave, and I think that's where I got my powers from. But I've been still trying to figure out answers to that. That's why I left my village to come over here. So there's only been more questions arise. But if you guys want to come back to my village, I could show you where this cave network is. And I'm pretty sure the dragon's still there. And if I remember my history correctly and my lore, dragons kind of store a lot of treasure in a certain place, and that's where they kind of hunt and live. So
Okay, Vaco. I know this is difficult.
And Flick walks up and he does the like putting a hand on your thigh, like it's a hand on your shoulder kind of thing. And he's like,
But where did the dragon touch you?
Keldor had just like taken a bite and just goes.
Primrose is holding the wall for help. She's like, God, no.
Eliza is physically like sliding down in her chair, trying to like hide beneath the table. It's like, oh God, we're in an official Great Hall of Dukes, and what's going? This isn't anything like I imagined high society.
as soon as Flick saw that El Capitan was into the whole music thing, he's like, yes, I can see what I want. I have an open audience.
Marco like bends over towards Flick so he could hear him and whispers very loudly, "The same place you touched me last night."
I thought we weren't going to tell anybody, big guy, but hey, if you want to be open about it, that's okay.
I'm not the big guy, you're the big guy. Baco
names
gives
we
Flick
got for
a
each
little,
other.
what you call it, a wink of his eye.
Flick turns to him and makes a kissy face up towards him. Oh yeah, you want to go there? Let's go there.
I think Primrose died.
I'm the only one who has a double alibi.
The dude sits down, looks over to me, and goes, "That's marvelous. If you would have like I could happily officiate. You can get married in my dukedom if you'd like."
Oh, so cute.
Yeah.
I'm very
I can barely
open.
hear you, Matt.
Sorry, laughing too much.
Flick, he's 17.
I'm only 23. I'm not some grody old man. I'm effectively younger than him in halfling years.
Primrose may feel offended now. Like, what?
Hold up, are literally all of us teenagers except for Primrose?
Yes.
Yeah. And Eliza's 25 though. So.
And we wonder why our party is a fucking shit show.
Fucking teenagers.
We are
We are our characters.
Uh-huh.
Saved by the Bell D&D.
Oh,
man.
no.
Okay,
We're fucked now.
we can all take
Breathe.
deep breaths.
Can we go?
And-
Can we?
Move on.
Precisely.
die.
So, once everyone's like, I'm assuming like everyone at the table just burst out in laughter. You know, the prince is even chuckling. You know, everyone's having a fantastic time, and the prince eventually gathers himself and goes,
As soon as everyone looks away, I pinch Vako's ass.
Buckle.
Harassment.
The prince does eventually bring himself to speak. He goes, "All right, so fantastic. We've got two possible choices then. Guess it depends on whichever one seems, more appropriate or doable. On which we do first. Want to go and look around or walk for some dead guy and see if he's got some jewelry, or do we want to go and hang around some mountains and explore caves for dragons?"
You know, elegance aside, I think the amulet is less likely to eat us if it's in a bad mood.
That's fair. So we've got one person for beautiful holiday to the scenic loch.
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds good.
Wait, where are we going? I'm sorry.
Democracy here, so we're gonna get everybody's vote. So we've got two.
Wait,
for the scenic
democracy? You're the prince, dude.
See now, just because I happen to run a monarchy, like I might be a monarch, but all my decisions, and this is certainly going to transfer over to when I am re-established as a full-on king. Whilst I might be the figurehead, I would like to rule as well, I suppose it's technically more of a republic, because a democracy is actually an ineffective system because it's impossible to get every single individual to speak on an equal term. So I suppose if we allow individuals to vote in representatives, that's a really hard word to say in a Scottish accent. We get representatives voted in, and they would then make decisions based upon what they believe the people who voted them in. So calling it democracy is technically a lie. It's more of a republic with a figurehead at the top.
Primrose raises their hand.
You're saying you're willing to give up power to make people happy?
No, you have to listen. He's willing to take his power from other people and present it as his own.
Exactly. Whilst yes, I am the prince and will be the king and all that, and beautiful figurehead. I get to keep a portion of the wealth because who else is going to take it?
Exactly.
But things wouldn't be run on my whims. I have a lot of love and respect for my father, but after spending a couple of weeks with you fellas and ladies and others, whatever you. But, after spending time with you, it's like the idea that you could discriminate against somebody, either for their gender, their race, their skin color, their ability to summon fireballs at whim. It seems a bit arbitrary. So I don't think I'd like to be in a position of having such total power where every single one of my personal whims and opinions could be mandated over an entire land by law.
Well, that's good and all, but I totally do judge people on whether or not they can hurl fireballs. There's like one class of people in my head, and those are the people that can hurl fire and death at me with no notice, and the people that cannot.
As you just said all this, Keldor suddenly just gets really quiet, and then kneels and is like, "You've done it. You are the new king. And my oath is yours now."
Okay, sorry, I've just noticed something. Primrose, you were raising your hand as if you had something to ask as well?
Yeah. Primrose is like, sitting on the floor in the back, just like trying to not die. And they ask, "You promised to keep money out of politics, huh?"
Well, I personally think money and power, they shouldn't really be intertwined. You know, if you can work hard, if you can earn the money, that shouldn't give you power or control over somebody else. I mean, obviously, there's going to be some kind of correlation between those who can accumulate power and those who can accumulate wealth, but there certainly will not be any kind of financial benefit for seeking out any kind of political power.
I don't live here, but I like you. It's cool.
Oh, one could say I'm definitely something of a...
Radical?
I was going to say socialist. But
Nah.
I like radical. It sounds like a word you'd say when you do something really impressive. You know, if I was to say, like, dive across this table and, you know, then do some kind of flipping somersault, I'd go, radical! I think that'd be pretty cool.
Flick jumps across the table, attempts to do a somersault, land on a tiger pose.
I'm glad
Say
that you and I both
radical.
had the exact same idea.
That's right.
If you are
Roll
going to try that,
dex
please
check.
roll me a tumble check.
Well, I will just jump. Let's see. Because tumble is unfortunately a trained skill that I cannot use.
That's 29.
Kid, with your jump check, you like leap up onto the table and then like, 1 foot lands and you kind of press off from that and you'll do like a somersault off front. Flick, what you do is you take a few steps back, run, and instead of like going over the table, you know, like I can't describe it because I'm bad with words.
Free Willy.
Kid has essentially like done, like he stepped up onto the table and then gone over. What you do, instead of going across it the shortest possible distance, you go from one of the long ends, you run, you like vault up on, and you will do a series of tumble runs. So, you know, if you ever watch gymnastics, so you know, you do a neat little vault, and then you can start with a round off, and then back handspring or backflip, whichever you prefer to call it, because it changes. You know, do a series of them, then you can do like back full twist, back half, and then you can finish in a wonderful flare. And do you want to land facing away from everyone or land facing everybody?
I wanted to land right in front of the king, like 5 feet away, and like tiger pose, like right towards him.
Mm.
And that means
Halfling
Marco to do
gold.
to make us both look more epic.
Okay,
Halfway
yeah, so you've
25.
both done that.
And then
And,
when I see a kid land beside me, I just turn to him, look at him, and I start laughing.
And Keldor, you've just like sworn your loyalty to him, and you've announced him as a king. You know, Angus starts looking around, and goes,
The hell's going on?
you know, if I'm totally honest, I was always skeptical of all of yous when we first met, and don't get me wrong, I was grateful you kept me alive, but I thought I was, you know, out of a frying pan and into the fire, if I'm honest. But somehow, yous lots have certainly become a force to be reckoned with. Not only in just like, oh, you're good at fighting, and you're actually a real. I know some of you might not take kindly to the word, but I'd call you noble. You're true. And if I'm honest, I don't think there's a finer bunch of men, women, the people, just people who I'd rather be around.
Neat.
I mean, he
So,
can say stuff like that considering everybody else from Fife or from Dundee is dead.
But you're kind of pissing all over my bonfire right there. But what I was going to say is, how would all of you lots feel about, well, it's something I read in a storybook about some king who had a table where everyone sat at and everyone was equal. had like a specific shape. I think it was like a dodecahedron or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Shapes are not my strong point, but either way,
Three-dimensional shape.
I remember that
very-
one. Archer and the rec table, right?
So yeah. How would you lot feel about being, my counsel, essentially?
Are you asking this one at a time, like to all of us? Or like...
Oh, this is to all of you, but obviously I'll take your individual answers.
So basically, you're asking all of us for ideas on how you should run your country.
Oh, aye.
You're
When
specifically asking me for ideas on how you should run your country.
I'm asking each and every one of you if you'd like to,
Bad idea.
if you'd like to help me, win. Certainly not if, because we're gonna win. Look at yous. Yous the baddest, and I've recently discovered, if you say certain things in a certain way, whilst you might turn around and go, "Oh, that's bad," if you call something the baddest, it makes it sound like it's really good. So you lots of the baddest bunch of peoples I ever met. So I'm saying you're really good.
Sense motive.
Yeah.
I want to know if he is being sincere or if
Yeah.
he's trying to talk us up.
Alrighty, do it. Sense motive.
Blow hot air up your
That's a
butt.
20.
The prince is being probably the most honest and genuine since you have ever met him. It's almost like up until this point you've been dealing with, not a front or a lie, but more like, okay, he's dealing with the shock of his kingdom and having to be thrust into a new position, but it feels like, he's actually coming into like an actual personality now. And he's actually enjoying how much fun you all are. And not just fun, like just capable. So this is immensely genuine.
Primrose's
Alrighty.
role actually matches their character development, so that'll show me does not trust the prince right now.
Well, this probably seems better than any life I had planned out. I'm in.
And Flick drops to one knee and lowers his head.
Fantastic. So I've got two of you. Obviously, you don't need to be kneeling before me.
And yet
It's a
I will
night
do
thing.
so anyway.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it makes for a...
You can have
It makes
whatever
for a
great
great-
life I have not already promised to. Go ahead. I was about to say something epic, but you're good.
I'm done. Go.
All right. I'll promise any part of my life that I have not already given to Notad Rhaegon.
Sounds fair. And what I was going to say is, like, I don't expect you to kneel, I recognize why you're doing it. It makes a good visual. If someone was to be, like, witnessing or listening to this description, they'd probably recognize, like, oh, that's the moment where they've all decided we'll work together. So,
Paint a picture. Any artists out there, do it. I
Gotta see
suck
how
at
many other
drawing
people are willing
people,
to-
or I do it.
God. Gotta see how many other people are going through the process of kneeling, though. There's 3 so far.
Yep. This is open. Anyone can respond at any time. So,
Yeah, Zendrix will kneel. Allow me to run my own grove, and I'll make sure that nature has what's in store for you. You bring back my kind, and I'll make sure your kingdom prospers.
Pretty good deal.
oh, that's fine by me.
And see if his like little doggy bow, like low head.
Love the idea of Sif just like tucking his head and going, oh.
Have you ever seen the dog where they like go down and then put like their paw over their face? Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I imagine.
That's cute.
That is. Okay, so Primrose and Varco. You the only two who haven't reacted to all this yet.
Don't feel pressure to bow. Seriously.
4 of us have done it already. Actually, 5 if you count Sif. But like, no, seriously, no pressure.
Primrose, why don't I go last now instead of you?
No. Primrose looks skeptical. And they, while he was talking about the whole Knights of the Round Table shenanigans, they pulled out their flute and was just examining it, kind of like one would when they're like trying to avoid the conversation. Doesn't really give an answer.
Okay, so let me just try and understand what you. So you obviously go on. You're looking a bit uncertain. You kind of holding your flute and go, "Oh, I don't really know what to think or feel about any of this." Eliza's gonna like put her hand like she's gonna like try and hold your hand, and she's gonna look at you and you know, and very quietly, because like she understands that you've just kind of like been thrown into the spotlight, and it's not like your super most favorite place to be. And
That's not why she's upset. That Rowan's upset. Go ahead.
And she will quietly like whisper into you like, "Is everything okay? Is
Primrose will not look at her and be like, nope."
Well, what would be in the matter? Everything that was just said, that sounded really nice to me. Something
Sure, it sounds.
You disagree with?
Don't disagree with it, but minus you, of course. Humans have a way of treating orcs.
I don't know if this makes a difference, but there is an orc knight running around. Full blood.
And it seems like this would be a good opportunity to, improve the lot of orcs. If you were to take the power that's being offered to you.
I mean, the prince will kind of look at you and go, "I certainly have no problem with your heritage. You're a damn good person, regardless of where you come from or what blood you've got." Yeah.
Can Primrose cut him off and be like, "How about I give you my answer later?" Okay.
Oh, I this wasn't. It was only because your daughter that he just started doing. There was no pressure. But, obviously, still no pressure. What about you, Dragon Man?
Nice nickname. I really do appreciate the offer, and I will help make that try to happen. But I have a life elsewhere. I have other commitments I must fulfill.
Oh, I completely understand it. As I said, there's certainly no pressure. If, for whatever reason, you ever change your mind, you'll always have a place here. Well, not exactly here. Wherever we rebuild, if we rebuild D or make somewhere else a capital, whatever. But you'll always have a place by my side.
I'd love to come and visit when that happens. I really appreciate it.
I mean, I'm hoping you're not planning on wandering off like right now.
No, I'm gonna see this through with everyone.
Ah, fantastic. Brilliant. Well,
Probably actually decide where we're actually going next.
oh, I mean,
Still haven't
so
done
far we've got two of yous who are saying we should go and have a nice little holiday, looking around Loch Rannoch.
Probably not going to be a holiday at Farlock Holden.
Where is that? What is that?
Look, Rannoch, it's let me have a wee think. Do I have the world map on? It got deleted. Doobly. Bum 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 ba-dum. I've got to find it and upload it because we're still.
Do do do
Do
do
do.
do
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 do.
do 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 do
Fine.
do 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 do.
Kids just thinking about all the different jobs that could possibly happen and like who would be best suited for each job. It's like Flick would obviously be best suited to be the master of the treasury.
Well, when you're right, you're right.
But everyone else.
Let's see. Keldor would be best at, I would say, security.
I was gonna probably say military expert, but I mean,
Maybe.
Oh, whatever.
Maybe Kid's better at security.
Pretty good at diplomacy.
I think
I like being blunt.
Keldor is clearly the better choice for security and intercity security, and Kid is the clear choice for military, where you want cutthroat brutalism.
Makes sense.
And now that he suggests diplomacy, I don't think Kid's had very many bad diplomacy. I mean, he did start the postal service.
This is very true. Okay. I've just uploaded an image. Once again, you guys, I cannot hammer it enough. I am not an artist, so it's this like most shoddily drawn, rough version of a world map, and it's something like a child would scribble on a napkin. But Loch Rannoch is the little blue dot over on the left-hand side of the map.
Oh, so it's actually pretty close.
If you look in the handouts, there's a world map in there now.
Okay.
So
just straight north. You can do that.
Yeah, compared to the other destination, it's actually fairly close.
Yeah, it would probably. Well, actually, no, it's closer than where you came from in Dundee. Obviously, Finesse was on that route as well, and that kind of went south and then west. Compasses work. So, judging by how long that took you, it took you like 1 day to get to Finesse, and then like 2 days to get to here. Maybe it takes like a day and a half, 2 days.
Let's go.
To Loch Rannoch. That's it. You're going, we're going now.
Well, still a democracy, although it is closer. We do still only have 2 votes for it.
Anyone object?
How close is this place to the Northern Mountains? I can't tell.
The Northern Mountains,
Seems to be on the
miles
other side of the province.
What did we say the point of going to the lock was? We need to talk to somebody.
Amulet.
Yeah, we need to raid some jewelry from a dead guy.
Yeah.
If it's
Okay.
that. No
And
idea.
I was drunk a lot. What was the purpose of getting that?
It
Oh.
helps the hammer wake up a bit.
Yeah, the hammer will sit there and say, "Oh, hey, maybe the prince is able to stand on his own 2 feet."
I would think it would be good to have at least that minimal investment before we go talk to a dragon and try and convince it to give us a blessing instead of eating us.
Oh, absolutely.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
You don't
Yeah,
steal
these-
a small snack for it.
That's true. That's why I don't want to be an appetizer.
I
Between
don't
myself,
particularly want to be the main course either.
Okay, so group has pretty much decided that's where our next story arc is going to be headed. Well, obviously, you guys can set off in however many days or hours as you see fit, but there's also no rush. You can spend as much time as you'd like here in Scarfell.
I think we'll take a few days because we still have to wait on the blacksmith. as well as a
Well,
couple other things.
Yeah. So,
I had a
well-
question.
please go right ahead and ask it.
Sorry. It's still morning, isn't it? It's nowhere close to nighttime.
This has all been happening like very early morning. Well, not like early. It's maybe like heading towards noonish now because you had breakfast and then second breakfast.
We're swearing our undying loyalty to him over some toast.
Yeah.
Toast and eggs Benedict. Delicious.
And then anything else you guys want to get on with for the day, you can very easily do that. We can do some Schrodinger's time manipulation essentially, and can go around and say, okay, what time of day do you want to do stuff? You go and do stuff at that time of day.
Mm.
So, you know what? We will go around anti-clockwise because we do everything clockwise. So we'll start with Keldor and go around that way. What would you like to do for the rest of this specific day?
For this day, I'm 1 second. I think what I'm going to do is get some of the war darts that I had made and my new glaive, and I'm going to do a bit of hunting to see if I can get some pelts, and also just to test out my new weapon and what it can do.
Alrighty. Okay.
Specifically
so,
the magic missile.
Mm.
So I'm
Are
using
you
magic
taking-
missiles on deer.
Are you taking anybody with you, or is this like
I-
I'm gonna go do it on my own?
I'm just like saying, hey, I'm doing this. If anybody wants to come with me, they can. Anybody?
Sorry, doing
Don't piss off the wolves.
Hunting.
what? I would come with you during the day and watch your back.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah.
Kid's not
Obviously-
going to come along, but he's going to suggest, why don't you take the gnolls with you? Cement your position as the lead gnoll around here.
I'm pretty sure the knights have already heard of who's in charge around here. But they want to. They're invited as well.
If you go and try and invite them, the person who is in charge of them, being Sergeant Yada, she'll turn around, give you a stern look, and be like, "No." That's
Hey, let's go.
Okay, so it's just deer. You're not gonna die fighting deer. Roll combat stuff. So we can just totally word picture this. How do you imagine this scene going down? You've gone out, you've done some stalking, you've done some hunting.
I
you
would
found
assume
a
I'd
small-
roll a survival check to see if I even find anything.
That would be a good first thing to do. Yes. So, Keldor, please roll me a survival check to see if you can find some tracks. 5. No.
I am taking the opportunity before we really get to anywhere that there's likely to be any deer to practice throwing my new dagger glove. And I want to specifically try and throw it as far as I can, as accurately as I can, and improve my far shot abilities.
Okay. Do you also want to help Keldor with a survival check? 'Cause 5.
Well, I don't know how much help I'll do, but I can try.
Recall correctly, wisdom is not our party's strong suit except for Zindrix.
No, I definitely do not have much to contribute to that. Just hoping for a good roll. Oh, that's a 13 anyway.
It's way better
Well-
than mine.
It is a lot better, and yes, you can see 2 sets of tracks. Thankfully, going off in opposite directions. One appears to be like small cloven hooves. The other appears to be large prints, like resembling canines.
Do we want to go after that one or that one?
Can I tell if there's more than
each set of prints looks to, it's not one animal. It's like, okay, that's a pack of, dog-like creatures, and that is a pack of deer-like creatures.
So this side looks like big, like wolf or dog prints. So I'm thinking that that's probably the winter wolves. And if not, we probably don't want to tangle with them anyway without at least, one or two more people.
All right, let's go get some deer.
Alrighty. With surprisingly enough, Flick leading the way.
I don't know what to do in the wilderness. I really don't.
Neither do I, but as soon as I saw that you were like floundering terribly, I just started looking around at the ground, and I'm kind of like, well, that looks like a dog hoof or a dog paw,
Please say, I'd love if you said dog hoof.
Yeah, you totally do. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Well, that's what Flick said.
Yeah, so Flick leads the way, going, oh, look, see there, then over there. I'm like, ah! And before you know it, you've walked into, you haven't walked into the herd, but you can see there's a herd, decent size, maybe 20 deer just kind of standing around. One is munching on some leaves. It looks up, stares at you, goes back to the leaf munching.
I test out my new weapon.
Alrighty.
Just never gonna know what the hell hit it.
And are you using the magic missile roll you just did?
Yes.
Alrighty, so it's just gone.
I watch Keldor's back.
Okay, yeah. Those two magic missiles just go thwomp. They clomp into the side of a deer, and it falls over.
Okay. And before any of the others run away, I'm just going to grab one of my darts and try and take down one more.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
So just fire the missiles and then grab a dart and just go.
Yeah. The dart, it hits the deer. It the dart, because you've thrown, well, you have been practicing throwing daggers recently. They never quite get clean cuts when you throw them, because they're hard to aim. You find this dart, it goes right in, and it seems to sink in a little bit deeper than a dagger would as well. It's almost like it's designed, or it's something about it just gets in better.
Mm-hmm.
Flick, are you attempting to hunt anything, or are you just watching?
I was just gonna watch his back, but if he doesn't kill this one in the first strike, I'm gonna turn around and put a dagger into it as well.
Oh, no, the two deer he hit are down.
Okay, then I just watch his back, and I feel like 2 deer is more than enough.
Alrighty, yeah. The other deer, they bounce off. One looks tearfully at its dead dad, and then goes off and gets a movie made about it.
Well,
Sorry, Bambi.
Oh.
Yeah, you just Bambied a couple people there, Keldor.
I'm fine with that. They're stupid anyways.
Lawful good.
So, you have 2 deer carcasses. When you go and inspect the first one, it's weird. You've never been able to actually have a hunt where it looks as if there's basically no damage to the deer, but you know it's dead.
Alrighty.
And the other one, if you leave it a couple of seconds, you start to notice there's a really beautiful smell of venison filling the air.
This would not be one of the heat darts, actually.
Oh,
It was
okay,
just
not
a regular dart.
Oh.
Threw it with such speed it cauterized the wound anyway.
This is not the special darts. I'm saving them.
Okay, dang.
Sorry.
Well, you'd be excited, going, ooh, and then you can eat the meat right away. Just
I have a different roll for that one,
okay.
where I can actually choose the damage and everything. It's beautiful.
Oh wow, that's a lot of.
That's if I hit it 5 consecutive times. It does that much damage on that turn.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Oh, righty. So, you've got 2 deer carcasses. You doing anything? I'm assuming you're
Skinning them,
binding their
taking
legs
meat.
and
Yeah.
just bringing them back to town.
You gotta field strip them first, Matt.
Yep. I'm not dragging
I'm not
two
a
whole
hunter.
deer carcasses back. I'm prepping them
Good.
somewhat properly.
And
Keldor,
Flick, you...
I don't know if I'm ready to be drenched in blood again.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I got it.
Well, this is deer blood. It's not like it had feelings.
God.
Okay. Yeah, that's all done. You can although roll me a survival check to see if you do a decent job of stripping it down first.
Come on, come on, come on. I do
Yeah,
an
it's
okay
10.
job.
It's decent enough. So yeah, it's not pretty, it's not perfect, but who cares? It works.
I got
It's not
pelts
running away,
and
so.
meats. All I care about.
Yep. Okay. You guys then head back, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Yep.
Anything you guys want to like do roleplay wise on your little 2-man trip out, or are you good with that?
Just kind of testing out the new weapon, kind of messing around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That.
Cool.
Start having like a little like throwing contest.
Like he throws a dagger into the air, and then I use magic missile to hit it out of the air. You know that kind of
Flick's
He hit
just
the spot on a tree. I hit exactly the same spot on a tree. Yeah.
totally.
Flick, you just stand there. You've got your hand up. You just go wah 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 wah. You just throw it. You put it daggers.
Pull.
Alrighty, yeah, that's cool. Is there anything else you would like to do on this specific day, Keldor?
Nope.
Alright, so we'll scoot on down to Flick. What time of day, and what would you like to be doing?
Well, I'd like to gem in a quick heist if I could, if we have time
Oh,
for
yeah.
that. I'll
That'll
try and
be
get
Remember,
relatively
kid said he'd
speedy,
help.
I reckon.
Yeah. I'm thinking after. Okay, so we're spending several days more from when we decided with the king what we were doing.
Well, I was gonna. What I was gonna do is this one. We're gonna quickly cover what everyone else would like to do specifically on this day, and then as a group, we'll decide how many days you're going to be spending here before moving.
Well, I'm gonna wait till the last day before I do
That's absolutely fine. So we'll cover that probably beginning of next session.
Sure, sounds good.
Okay. Kid, is there anything Kid would like to be getting on with specifically on this day?
Okay, I want everybody to picture this if they will. The wizard known as Genthry is known for his magic not always panning out exactly the way it needs to be. And as it happens, Kid and Genthry have been, well, they began work on something yesterday. Seemed like a pretty easy idea. Make a rope out of some troll innards. This is the scene we open up to.
Oh god.
As the camera pans in through the window of his hut, you see various little bits and pieces of stuff on the walls being knocked all over the place. As the rope itself, or simply the innards, which are still fairly slimy and have almost visible stink lines coming off of them, are attempting to go around and wrap themselves around the two hapless wizards, attempting to corral them as the magic is doing its work. Kid has picked up a hammer as this thing has proceeded to wrap itself around Genthry, who, despite the imminent peril of the situations, has not really had much emotion be expressed on his face. Even the screams of panic that he has are slightly monotonous.
No. Stop. Not there.
Oh, the camera pans out of the window, leaving the two. Wait, nope. Now one of the innards has broken its way through the window as the camera is still moving its way.
Oh god.
Oh, good thing I'm not going to be here much longer.
And I believe that will be Kid.
Alrighty, that was fantastic.
Isn't that the opening scene to Spawn?
I don't know. Certainly hope so. That sounds awesome.
Primrose, what time of day would you like to do a thing, and what would you like to do?
Nighttime, please.
Okay.
I would assume. I would assume Eliza has booked their room for whatever. How many ever days we're here, right?
Yeah. It's kind of a rolling booking. You know, every day you wake up and ask, "Are you going to need it tonight?" And you go, "Yep." And you go, "Okay, cool."
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna say Primrose has seemed a little bothered all day. You know, once night comes, Primrose wishes Eliza good night. Kisses Eliza on the cheek, and wanders off. Let's see. Are there any ask this. Where's a good place to build a small, tiny little fire?
To build a small campfire type thing, like.
Actually, no,
on your
never
own.
mind. No, not the fire. Where's the nicest secluded place to go?
Well, this entire village is pretty quiet at night. So, in reality, you know, you just pop outside and just walk. You can either walk just outside of the village and head towards some actual woodland, or you can just go sit behind a building somewhere. The whole place is pretty quiet come nightfall.
Okay.
So, yeah, you
I
can
know.
very, very easily find a place.
Okay. Primrose will find a nice couple of rocks or something, like sitting rocks or something easy to,
Yeah.
chill out on. And they will dig into their bag, pull out a jar of what looks like dust, but it's not dust. It looks like sand. And put it on a rock, and then sit on another rock, across from it, like near it. And starts playing their flute and casts, I think it's called Dancing Lights.
Yeah.
That one spell? Yeah. Just playing music to themselves. I know that we talked about it, I think, in chat before the game, but I think Flick wanted to talk to Primrose or something. That would be a great time for that if you wanted to learn more about Primrose.
It
Throwing
also
out
helps
there.
that Flick spends a lot of time outside, especially at night.
It does.
So, Flick,
I'm
you would.
leaving the invitation open.
Yeah. So, TJ, if you would like to have a moment with Primrose, you can happily walk across this scene.
All right, sure. As I stumble in on my way to the bar after making some more notations on guard duties and where people are when and certain things, I go, "Oh, what's going on here? What's all this about?"
Primrose pauses, a little startled.
Am I interrupting?
No,
Would-
not at all. How can I help you?
I don't know. I'm just kind of bored. We don't really talk, so I thought we could do that or something. But if you're busy, that's fine.
I'm not really busy. That's fine. I don't see why not.
Okay. It sounds like we're talking about disarming an explosive or something here. Right. See, there we go. It's the foundation of every good friendship. It's laughter. So, what's it like being a half-orc?
Oh, I see how this goes. Okay.
Talk about something else if you want. I can tell you what it's like being a halfling.
That's cheap.
We're both
Good.
half.
You're funny, man. I mean, it's something, all right. You get looks, but I guess you get looks too.
You have no idea. Everybody thinks I'm a kid.
Everyone thinks I'm a monster, so that's fine.
Yeah, I guess I probably got the better end of that stick.
Yeah.
I
Flowers
see
are
why
good
you don't
too.
go to the city much.
No. No, I don't. Flowers are good to counteracting things, words to their fun.
Opinions?
Yeah. Flowers
sense.
steer the gaze away from me.
I kind of went the other way. I kind of dove into it and just started acting like one of their kids so that I could blend in. And then no one noticed when their purses got relieved from them.
I like
Funny
it.
how they-
That's yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's not so bad to be underestimated, you know?
Yeah. I think people overestimate me. I think I'm gonna, lift them over my head and throw them, but no, that's not gonna happen. Maybe to you I could, but not this normal person.
Well, to be fair, most people can do that to me. Most large children can do that to me.
Primrose goes out to reach for. Well, Primrose picks up the jar and proceeds to, put it back in their bag, as discreetly as possible. But I don't know if we need to roll something for that or not. Is that sleight of hand?
And I'll roll a spot.
Yeah. Hang on, I forgot I muted myself while you.
There's that awesome wisdom bonus again. You got a 7, but I got a 19. Holy crap!
Yeah. Well, Primrose, unfortunately, you specifically mentioned you set it out on a separate rock to you, so you very slyly try to lean over and grab this thing.
You're trying to sleight of hand in front of a master of sleight of hand.
Yeah, yeah.
So Flick, you see that. You probably weren't paying super loads of attention.
I wasn't until she started doing it, and then I'm like, oh, she's trying to hide something. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I want to know what it is, just so I know.
I've been doing a bad. I've been using she. Sorry, I had a mind fart.
You're alright, don't worry about it.
It's okay. I realized I was doing it, and that's wrong of me. I'm getting better at.
They.
Yeah, me too.
They. I think we were all doing it. I don't know if I said either one, but yeah, they. She's not here to get mad at us for it, so there's no reason to remember, really. Yeah.
No.
We have to correct ourselves.
That's the thing. It's easier, and well, I'd say real life. When you're talking about an actual human being, and when we're talking about a made-up fantasy character whose image constantly morphs and changes. Sometimes my mind Primrose is very masculine, sometimes very feminine. They're just an imaginary picture in my mind.
I mean, Primrose could be seen as what's the fucking word? God damn it.
Androgynous.
Yeah, that. Thank you. Fancy word.
Yeah.
I had a mouthful of something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I need to work on that. But yes, definitely, you notice Primrose reaching over and trying to hide this jar of what appears to be a sand substance.
So we don't have to talk about it if you don't want to, but you got to get better at hiding stuff if you don't want to talk about it. You and Elijah both.
Hush you. Primrose will hold the jar close to themselves. And
Is that your mom or something? Okay, sorry, your dad. My bad. I had a 50% shot. I just went with it.
I wish it was both, to be honest with you.
Aw. Well,
I'm old. It's bound to happen anyway. It's fine.
hey, most of the people I've ever known are ashes too, so that helps assuage your, I don't know, guilt. It's not really guilt though.
No,
Sorrow? That's more the word.
sure. Remember when I spoke about the garden
Yeah.
of fantasy? I don't even know if it's real or not. Well, tell you a secret.
I like secrets.
I can do it. It's fun. He wanted to be buried there.
Well, I'll tell you what. I promise to keep my ear open for anything in that vein, and if I hear anything that is promising or anything that would put you at ease that you don't really need to follow that path because there's nothing to follow, I will tell you either way, okay?
It's fine. To be honest, I am pretty old. I was planning to be buried there too, but now things are different. Something to live for now.
Good. I think we all need a little bit of that.
Yeah. Well, I'm good with talking for now.
Yeah, me too. Short burst, right?
Yeah.
Short but sweet, I think is what they call it. That's my nickname.
I'm gonna go spend time with our cleric, and I hope I don't see you until the morning.
I hope I don't see you either. And I do a fake salute and head off towards the bar.
Alrighty. Okay. We're running very, very close to
Sorry.
closing. No, it's absolutely fine. I'm just stating it because we've still got 2 more people if they want to do anything specific. Zindrix, anything you specifically would like to do on this specific day?
Just sometime in the evening, whenever things in the town calm down, I want to take a trip to the apothecary and see if the dude has any poisons or knows any recipes he'd be willing to share.
The door opens.
Yeah, the door opens and you see Kid and Genfrey kind of struggle. They're not tied up anymore. But you see Kid kind of holding down the opening to this chest, and Genfrey running around going, oh, how do I make it stop?
Looks like you two are having fun.
One moment. Yeah, Kid, can you just sit on that? And I've got a customer. So,
Yeah. Okay, fine. Go. Get it. Take care of it. Do your stuff.
How can I help you, ma'am?
Poisons. You have any? Any recipes? Anything of the sort?
Yeah. Let me just go have a look round the back.
You're under arrest. I'm a narc.
He nips off around the back, and Kid's just sat there on his chest, which is occasionally like moving underneath him. And, he comes back with a few very basic, nothing special. He goes, but we got very minor ones. Not really even like named them because they're not like known substance really. Yeah, but there's these, and presents. He presents 3 small vials, each with like a purplish liquid viscous scoop inside of them. Yeah, basically, these you just get it inside someone, and each one of them is a bit different. It affects like physical capabilities. So this one makes people a bit weaker. This one makes them have less control over their muscles, and this one is kind of just like makes them. So there's those three, and I haven't really figured out anything with it yet, but I did recently come across this, and he pulls out a dead snake.
Well,
Uh,
to get the venom out of a snake, step one is to have it alive. I can tell you that much.
Oh, well, I didn't find it. I was given it.
Well, if you're going to milk it, it has to be alive, unfortunately, so no use
Oh,
for
all right. He gets the snake and throws it out the broken window.
No
oh,
hesitation, just.
the other three should be fine. I'll take those.
Yeah. Oh, yep. He hands them over to you and goes, "Oh, did Keldor have a word with you lot yet about if I'd be allowed to tag along?"
We haven't really had time to sit down and talk, but I wouldn't mind if you tag along.
Well, you know what? Take them as a taster. So I should let me stick around.
Uh,
Wink, wink.
I
And
think
he
you need
actually
to
says,
like,
But don't actually taste them. Wink,
Don't
wink.
taste the poisons.
I'm fine with you tagging along. Anyone who can make potions is a pretty valuable asset.
Oh, thanks. No one's called me valuable. Ever.
Well.
Not even my mum.
Wow. Your rope.
Don't worry, I've nearly figured it out.
Genthrace escaped!
I was about to say, at which point Kid is knocked off and the rope bursts out. See you tomorrow. Okay, and quickly before we wrap up entirely, Varko, is there anything you would like to specifically be doing this specific evening?
Vako's just flying around and breathing out cold. His breath weapon. That's all he's doing.
Just flying around going, I can breathe ice.
One step closer to being a dragon. Yep, that's about it.
All right, I think that is a perfect scene to end on. Just Varko flying around, shooting
It's
ice
like,
breath.
no,
Boy,
it's
sure
like
is chilly. Oh God!
it cuts
Okay,
from
so-
a scene of Kid and Genthri like trying to wrestle the thing back in to just Bako flying across the sky, breathing ice.
Christmas music.
like all the anime.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
You just hear like the Gyarados noise down in the very bottom from this rope.
Ugh. Alrighty, a huge thank you to everybody who has been listening in. It's lovely to have you as always. If you enjoy this, you should consider subscribing to the channel or following the channel on Twitter. That's at Welcome Party RPG. You can
Yeah,
join the
Kevin,
Discord group.
do it.
But Kevin already has done it. Kevin's always here.
I'm talking to Kevin number 2.
There's more than one
Oh.
Kevin, you know.
You mean Kevin B?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you should totally follow him on Twitter at Welcome Party RPG. You should join the Discord group down below. Meet lovely people, get along, and while we're at it, follow me on Twitter. I sometimes say things, not very often, but sometimes. That's the Bardic Knock. I have totally just realized that someone put a K on Bardic so, on my name there. It's just meant to be a C.
I'll fix it.
Just in the word.
Can find you.
Yeah, I've just noticed that the word dick is right in the middle of the screen, non-stop.
I mean, it's not far from the truth, so it's cool.
I was about to say, feels appropriate. Feels appropriate.
Yeah. Oh,
Other things you should do, Archer. his deviant art.
I
What's
have
the name of that?
stuff for sale on it. I actually got print available now, so check that out. I'll be adding more stuff, and hopefully I can get this whole commissioning thing figured out. So yeah, we'll see.
And the other thing, the person who did the artwork for the Dark Horse, Cody, what's the name of that? I'm really bad at remembering.
Oh, that would be Thomas Safezone at tumblr.com.
There we go. And other than that, we thank you all greatly. And we are going to throw a raid over to Castle Mac. I think they're still doing stuff.
I don't see anything on our schedule for anything after this.
The game which ended was the Magic the Gathering. Yeah. Castle Mac normally on Sundays. It's Sunday. God, I'm bad with days. They do a Strahd game there in Barovia. I think they're close to finishing those. So hey, we're gonna throw it on over. Maybe you'll catch them punching an immortal, almost godlike vampire in the face.
Stick around. You'll see someone doing something with tabletop games.
Something.
Vampires.
Exactly. And if it turns out we aren't doing anything, we host loads of other cool channels here. So good stuff will occur. From myself, and I'm certain from players, unless one of them wants to be contrarian, we wish you all a good day and happy adventuring. Archer, click the button whilst I send the raid.